Welcome to Random Product Critic, a channel about critiquing anything that can be bought.
Today we're looking at a Kickstarter backed game called Exploding Kittens. Just barely got this in the mail today and I've been extremely excited for it. Exploding Kittens was created by three guys, one of them being the creator behind the Oatmeal comics. And so all of the cards on this game kind of reflect those drawings, and you can kind of see this cat also reflects his very common drawings. Exploding Kittens is more or less a game of chance. It's a Russian roulette type of game with modifiers. So you can see on the corner it's here. It's ages 2 to 5. It doesn't really require any reading because there's pictures and whatnot for each card. And the whole goal of the game is just be the last one standing. So this is the Kickstarter box that came in for anyone that backed the project. You could get multiple of these if you wanted, but it's just a nice case. It's got kind of just your typical typical packaging and everything. It's got a nice magnetic closure right here. And it has a place for 2 decks, and the rules will come up here, and just kind of a nice feature overall, a nice case. So this deck right here is the original pack, and this one is the not safe for work pack, and we'll look at that in a little bit. So each of these boxes, there was a unknown surprise for anyone that backed the campaign, and it was basically this section right here. Just kind of a fun little feature. When you open the box, it senses and does a little sound. So let me get closer to the camera and you can hear that when I open the box. So kind of fun. Good packaging overall, and the cards are pretty good quality. They are your nice cloth cards. You can kind of see it's got the nice finish on there and everything. So let's take a look at kind of some of these cards in here just so you get an idea of what the game looks like. So there's a bunch of different cards. There's things where you can see the top of the deck, certain cards. There's things where you can block attacks or other things like that. There's just random cards that do things when you get sets of them. You can get favors, which is basically just steal a card from other people, shuffle the deck. Let's keep going through some of these. So those are all kind of the modifier cards. One of the big ones that you're going to use, there's not very many, are these diffuse cards. A diffuse card basically blocks you from dying if you pull an exploding kitten card. Which is really good because the exploding kitten cards are what get you out of the game. So here's a sample exploding kitten card. If you draw this card on your turn, you immediately die and you lose. So the diffuse cards and the other modifiers are ways to avoid getting these randomly shuffled in cards in the deck. So people just go around the table. These cards will all be face down. You have a few in your hand, and just one by one you're flipping over the cards and doing what they say. And then you can use your modifier cards, collecting those and whatnot, in order to alter what the cards say if you need to. For example, stopping those attacks, or stopping the exploding kitten from killing you. So pretty awesome game. Kickstarter had about 219,000 backers and raised over $8 million initially. So it's the highest backed campaign so far and most backed. Just a massive success. When they sent out all the options to get additional decks and whatnot, they probably placed another at least double that amount. So probably printed over 500,000 boxes just on their first go. So a huge undertaking, and typically with Kickstarter campaigns they are very slow getting off the ground. I've backed a couple other ones, and I'm still waiting after over a year for one of them to complete. Whereas this one, they completed it, and within just a couple months they had everything printed and shipped out. So very, very happy with how quick they did everything and the quality of the game. So again, this is Exploding Kittens. Does come in that nice packaging. Has a whole set of cards that's for 2 to 5 players. However, there is an optional expansion to the deck. It's the, I'll just bring it up here, it's the NSFW Not Safe for Work deck. I'm not going to go into all these cards because some of them are definitely pretty dirty. You can see the ages right here, 30 and up. There's good reason for that. However, this deck is hilarious, and it does add, it is a playable game by itself, so you can see it's the same amount of thickness as the other one, and you can play that by itself with 2 to 5 players, or you can mix the 2 decks together and double all of the players that you've got. So pretty nice, good expansion. This box is just a standard expansion type of box. Comes with your rules, and your cards would, if I can get this out, your cards would just fit in there when it comes. So pretty standard type of expansion box there. So this is the Not Safe for Work deck, and again, your regular one is just your Exploding Kittens card game. And the nice thing about this first edition that people backed is it comes in this nice box that contains both of the decks if you have both of them. So you don't have to be carrying around 2 different boxes each time. It's got everything nice and self-contained. So this is, again, Exploding Kittens. It's ages 7 and up. It's a card game. If you have the Not Safe for Work package, it's definitely a 14 and up type of thing, even though the package says 30 and up. It is very crude, but it's awesome to play. I've already played it a couple times, even though I've just received it today, and it is just so much fun. Strongly recommend trying to get this. I believe down the road they're going to start selling these as a regular game on the shelves, so you should have a chance to get these maybe later on, or maybe if you can find someone selling them on eBay or something. It's an awesome game. It only takes literally just a couple minutes to learn. It's a fast-paced game, and it's just a lot of fun, very random. So strongly recommend checking it out, and we'll see you in another video.
Thanks for watching. If you liked our video, please subscribe. Don't forget to thumbs up the video as well as share with others that may find this video interesting. If you'd like to make a request, click the link below in the description, and also feel free to take a look at some of our other random product videos.